Hello everybody, this is Midwest Finesse, and today I'm going to be discussing my favorite finesse baits in 2018. So this first one is the Z-Man Ned Rig. This was a great bait right here. This is the Z-Man Finesse Tier D, and this is their Shrimps Heads. It's really not that expensive a bait. You can get the Tier Ds in 8-pack at Tackle Warehouse for about $4. And then you can get the Shrimps Heads right here. This is a 1/5 ounce. You can get those for, I believe, about $5 anywhere in a 5-pack. So right there you can get about 5 baits for $10 right there. So really good bait. This is probably my favorite bait. I'd probably say my one after that would probably be, again, the Z-Man Finesse Tier D, except with the weedless finesse bullets by Z-Man. Great bait if you're trying to throw into those weeds where it usually snags up with the bait like this, where it's got the open hook. But this just gives a nice weedless profile, gets in there, gets easy, and just catches a lot of fish for me. And just if you're trying to get it through all that muck, it's just really good. So if you're looking for a Ned rig that's weedless, I would recommend this one right here. And when it sits down there, it's going to just kind of sit something like that. If you get the lighter weights, this is a 1/5 ounce right here, so it's going to hang real heavy and hold down. If you probably get the lighter ones, it'll probably be a little bit more buoyant and probably stand up a little bit more, but for these, it's going to kind of sit there like that. So I'd probably say my third one after that would be the Z-Man Micro Jig. This is a great bait. I had the Z-Man Tier D crawls on here as the trailer. This was just a great bait. I had days where bass wouldn't take anything. I didn't think I was going to catch anything. I put this on there, I threw it out there, and they would hit it. I could almost just pitch it out there and just reel in, and they would hit it sometimes. And I had some decent bass, but unfortunately they popped off. Some of those casts, I was able to cast it back out there real quick, and just kind of, they'd see it again and take it and get them back in there. But if you want to fish like a jig, but a football jig's a little bit too big right then, or a swim jig's not working, try this bait right here, because it's going to stand up. It's still got the profile of a jig, it's just a little bit smaller. It's got a smaller hook too, it's open. I personally, I'm not going to take credit for this one, there's other YouTubers and videos that have been done about this, but there's usually typically a weed guard right here that goes on there, and I personally like to take pliers and just cut those off or pull them out to where you just have an open hook right here. I've learned I have better hookups that way, and it fishes a lot easier. Again, I do not take credit for this, as the other people have said this before. So I just want to say it out there that personally has been one of my favorite things for this. I almost do that like right as I buy them. I just tear off that piece right there just because it works so much better. So I'd say that was probably my third favorite bait. My fourth will be the Z-Man Tier D Crawls. I was fishing some new waters I hadn't really fished that much, or if I hadn't had much luck at. I took these out there, and there's tons of weeds. I mean, you'd throw a bait out and you'd come back in with what looked like a small fish because there's so much weeds on it. And I was able to throw this out here, and if I got anything, it'd be a few strings right here, but the hook point's just barely exposed. But I caught a nice few pound bass on this bait. But this is, again, is the Z-Man Weedless Finesse Bullets right here. And this is the Z-Man Tier D Crawls. They just came out with that bait about a year ago, I believe. Sometime in 2018 at least. And it's a good bait. This is the black and blue right here. I've personally had good luck too with the green pumpkin and motor oil. So that would probably be my fourth bait of 2018 for favorite baits. My fifth after that, I'd probably say a drop shot rig. Let me know in the comments or on my Instagram page if you'd like me to do a video about how to rig this bait. But this is a Z-Man Trick Shots right here in the color Twilight, and this is a wood tungsten weight right here in the 1/8 ounce. But this is just one of my favorite baits right here in 2018 because, again, baits or days it was just too hot or nothing was taking it. I tied one of these on and I'd catch a few fish within minutes. So another good rig. But just let me know if you'd like me to do a video on that, because I could make a video on that. My sixth would probably be the Z-Man Tier D minnows right here. These were formerly known as the Z-Man Rain minnows, but they took them away for some reason and brought them back in 2018 and called them the Tier D minnows. Great bait for drop shot, Ned rig, or the weedless Ned rig right here. I'm going again on those weedless finesse bullets. I absolutely love these baits because, like I said, if you're fishing on all that muck and weeds and pond scum and all that, just keeps all that stuff off there. Like I said, I've showed before, I just like to take it after I rig them up and just skin hook it right there, just a little bit. Hopefully you can see that on there. I'm trying to get that on there. It just helps hook it a little bit more, and then that way when fish bite it, it pulls it down. It just kind of slides up, and I just gotta go like that, and it's rigged up again already. Another great bait. I'd probably say after that one, the Z-Man micro jig again. This one's just paired with a Z-Man Krusties bait right here. It's just a little 2-inch small, very small bait. But if you pair it on this micro jig with this color right here, I believe this color is PB&J, it's just a killer combination right here. Caught again lots of bass with this. This one is just a little bit smaller than the other bait I just showed you. The Tier D crawls, I believe, are 2.5 inches. The Krusties are 2 inches. This one's a lot more beefier than this one is right. The Krusties is right here. So if you're looking for something still a little bit smaller, where bass are just, they just want to pick up those little tiny baits, another great bait right here. So just another one I would recommend. After that, I would also probably say the trick shots on the weedless finesse bullets. This again is in twilight. I went fishing with this one when it was about 40 degrees out. I believe it was almost pitch black outside. I was pitching this thing where I couldn't even see where I was throwing it really, and luckily a fish hit it, and it was just another good bait for finding them and stuff. But I would recommend these baits right here if you're looking for small profile baits that will catch tons of fish, produce lots of decent fish. Like I said, this one, I caught tons of fish on that one. The White Lightning with this combination right here, I believe I caught about a 4-pound bass. This one this year, I'd say probably between these two right here, probably produced the most fish this year for me. That one will probably come in third, and this one in fourth, and all the others are probably about the same area. So if you're looking for great baits, I highly recommend all the Z-Man Tier D baits. If you don't know what Tier D stands for, it stands for the real deal. Some people like to call them the Tier D, they like to call them turds. I mean, it's just what you want, but if you didn't know that, that's what they stand for. I personally didn't know that until about a year ago when I looked it up, and it made more sense to me. But if you want me to do more videos on how to do this, please let me know in the comments, or tell me on my Instagram page. Please like and subscribe.